Hello, everyone. My name is Shino, and this is my Vintage Story Let's Play series. We're going to be starting off in version 1.15 for Vintage Story, and I have not created a world yet, so we're together. I am going to customize a few things on this world, just because of the way I play. And the way things kind of tend to happen for me. I do like the longer month. Just like to have more playtime in. And I am going to also see player health points. This is something that I don't have very good vision, so a lot of times I'll end up falling into holes with stuff as I'm so that to 30. We're going to leave hunger rate normal. We're going to leave monsters. We're going to do all that. No timer. Monsters going to spawn right away. Gravity. That's all good. One thing I will do is I'm going to change mining 100%. In the beginning, whenever you're first playing this game, it can be very tedious going. You guys don't want to spend all the time just watching me. I am going to go to Pro Pick node, and I'm going to set this to 8 for finding stuff. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to increase from rare to uncommon on the surface 10, and I'm going to go from extremely rare to very rare on the on the 10, and copper's going to go to uncommon. This is an interesting one. I like this. It doesn't make it does make the game easier, but it just gives you larger more frequent deposits with that one. Temporal Storm. Again, this is one of those things I'm going to increase every 30 to 40 days. I've seen playthroughs where it seems like every 4 to 5 episodes they're having to spend 20. You see one Temporal Storm battle, you've seen them all. Sometimes I even think about turning off temporal stability altogether. And in some of the games that I play, I do that. I'm playing just at home and I'm not recording. I'll go ahead and turn it off. I don't think it's a cheaty cheat. It's just one of those features that when you are having to deal with a lot of monsters over and over and over again, kind of hard to get through the game and things you want to do. Other than that, let's see. Else looks good. Okay. I'm going to hit apply on that, and I'm going to change the name of this to Shino 0.15 LP. Sound good? Okay. Let's create this world and see what we get. I'm not going to lie. I actually started another world, started recording, started having all kinds of audio problems, started having video problems. Spent so much time trying to deal with fixing those problems in game that I kept starving, and the struggle for food was just unbearable. So I canceled it. Said enough's enough on that one. So, all right, let's set up our character development. I am a pale guy. I do have eyes. I do not sound like a very high pitched. Oh. That's not me at all. Sounds like a whale. Let's go with... Yeah, there we go. That sounds more like... hair type. We're going to go with combed. And we are not going to have anything additional on there. Let's go with our classic smirk. And for the mustache, I'm going to do no mustache, but we are going to do double. And I got darker hair, so there we go. Hey, wow, that looks just like me. All right, I'm going to confirm that. And you've got different options you can do for your character type, and they each have pluses and minuses that kind of go along with them. I got to tell you, I've never used anything other than just being a commoner. That's all I've ever done, so that's what we're going to do again. All right. So this is Vintage Story. It looks just like that other Cubic game, doesn't it? Actually had a little bit of background in playing Minecraft, and there was a mod series that I love doing called Terraformercraft, and let it be known that that's what this is based off of. So in Terraformercraft, you would find ores that were on the surface, and you would gather them up, and you had to progress, and that's a lot of what this is. So I'm going to pop up the map first, and where are we? We are here. Ooh. Okay. Typically, what I'm going to do first thing in the beginning is I want to get some available resources together, and one of the resources we need is cattails. And on a map, it will looks like cattails, and there's a bunch right down there. But I do not want to go into this area right now, because one of the bad things in this game right now is wolves, and I am not prepared. That's why I kind of went ooh, looking at the map, and either that looks like the cattails we're going to go for. But yeah, I played Minecraft for a while, probably 13 years, and I love playing Terraformercraft. Sid from Titanium Media Gaming was somebody that I enjoyed watching play Terraformercraft, and I learned a lot from him playing the game. And then it was Paul Soares, PSJ. He did a playthrough, I don't know, maybe 23, 4 episodes, vintage story, and he was talking about it being very Terraformercraft, and I was like, oh, fantastic, I love Terraformercraft. So I got the game, and I am so glad I did. Become a game that is a lot more my speed. There is a lot of dynamics in the game as far as like what I'm getting ready to do right now, make my first tool, flint knapping. Up in here. Now, I've seen some people have some problems with. I'm going to teach you here. If you can do it this way, but as you turn and you work on things, the whole screen. If you hold the shift key, you squat down and you can get a little closer, and that's cool. If you hold the alt key, it locks your cursor, it locks the image, and then you can just and update them like as you're left mouse clicking to clear out the pixels when you're flint knapping. So we're working on a set of knives, and one of the cool things is you don't have to remove every single one. I removed the voxels that are touching the flint knife blade, removing the yellows. Now if I click here, the rest of that will here. Little time saver. I know I think everybody who does playthroughs on the game kind of mentions that. One of the things I'm also going to do right off the bat is axe. Axes work really good as an early game defense. You're going to need wood every chance you get together. Well, it's not going to need it immediately. The first thing you're going to get a fire going. So to craft, open up your crafting grid using E for your inventory slot. If you're not sure exactly how to craft something, while you're in inventory crafting, you can hover over an item and hit the H key, which will bring up the handbook, and it will show you everything that you can make with that item that you had selected. So I had granite stone selected, there, and it says here's everything you can make from granite stone. Okay, so we've already made knife blade and axe head. So if you click on that item, then it will show you, hey, that this is an ingredient for making the axe. You can click on it, and it will show you how to make the axe. And then it keeps nesting and what can you make with an axe. So these are items that you can make with an axe as well. So very nice. I like the handbook for this game. You saw here I grabbed some foraged food, just some berries that I saw laying around. Next thing I'm going to do, like I said, we're going to go over and get our cattails. And we're scanning the horizon right now. We just want to make sure that there's no wolves that can come flying down off those hills and wreck our face. Good. Okay. So when you're harvesting cattails, another early game piece of information. When you harvest cattails, there's actually a two-step harvest process. One is for the Cooper reed, or the cattail itself, which is the top part. And the second one is for the root cattail. There you go. Now you can replant these cattail roots, or you can cook them, use them for early food. So one of the things I'm going to do right now is I am going to gather probably about 5 or 6 of the roots. And then the rest of everything I'm going to harvest here, just the tops. And I see copper. Perfect. We're not going to gather that copper yet, but we are going to map. Note on our map. That is there. So that we're going to M to open up the map. I like to scroll in as close as I can. Then we're going to right click on where we want to, and we're going to type in copper. And I like orange for copper. Getting green. Flip up pickaxe. I'm going to go ahead and pin that. The reason I pin it is now if you look in the, if I were to move off of this area, that will still show up on my disk. So, just as a reminder, I got to come back here. These little bits of copper that are here are indicating that underneath the ground, directly below this area, is a copper deposit, what they call surface copper. Surface copper is usually poor to medium grade. Oh, look, all holes lead to adventure, as SJ loves saying. But there is a very good chance of getting some poor copper underneath there. A slight chance of getting medium grade copper, and all that means is how much copper you're going to get from each ore node that you get. So each block will drop a single ore piece. Usually, if I remember, I think the poor quality will get you 2 or 3 little nuggets of copper or of whatever mineral you're mining, and medium quality, if I remember properly, I think it's 5 that you get from it. So anyways, you'll have to, we'll go through that here shortly whenever that point of it, but first day we're a little far off not being able to get to that point yet. So all right, harvesting the rest of the, and there are certain things that you'll hear me say just about every time I am out running around. Gather reeds, gather grass, gather wood, gather clay. These are things that you're never going to run out of. You trust me, you can't have too many reeds, clay, or grass. We're going to mark these carrots off. These are wild crops. They're not quite ready to harvest yet, but we're going to put a little note because we don't want to fill up our bags yet. So note here also, and just carrots. Carrotza. And we're going to change that. We're going to make our color on that orange as well, as carrots. And then we're going to set this as this clay jar right here. We'll pin it. Okay. So I have reeds now. And what I want to do with those reeds, I'm going to make some additional storage. So right now, you see right now I have, like, this is a big blank canvas. And if you look down here, you see there's 4 inventory slots, but there's nothing in it right now. So really, right now, I have 10 inventory slots to gather and put stuff into. And that's not enough. I'm going to drop in a hand basket, and you see, boom, I've got 3. And I'm going to do more. And now I've got another 3, so that's 6. I'm going to drop 1 more in there, and that gets me 9. So that's good. I want that. Next thing I'm going to do is we're going to take a look-see. And see if there's a spot that we want to kind of set up shop at. Nothing really offhand really jumps out at me. That's an interesting spot on the map. Not sure what that is. Like a little smiley face. Might want to check that out here. Looks like there is a ruin. Previous civilization right up here. So yeah, let's go ahead now. We're going to gather up grass. Heard my first knife blade break. Don't ever worry about harvesting too much grass. There is animal husbandry in this game, and there will come a time when you're going to have to feed the animals. And you can feed them crops that you grow relatively easily. However, that can get expensive. So it's not something that you want to do constantly or continuously for sure. So you're going to want to kind of make sure that you have a lot of grass on hand. And grass can be combined in, you can actually stack it into hay bales. Really don't want. That looks like certain death as well. So have to get some trees. When you're cutting down trees, it will take a while to cut down trees. You can speed up the process by removing leaves. Early game, I don't recommend it. If you want to go through that process, by all means. It is one of those things that can be advantageous to getting up more sticks. You're always going to need to add that to your shopping list. But in this early part of this game, we just need to get some of the basic resources together for this. That's all we're really doing. We're going to find some basic resources. We're going to create a little hidey hole. We're going to climb into it because, yeah, there's monsters that are going to be out. And they're going to want to rob us. Not really. They are going to want to come after us. Axe is gone. So we're going to need to make sure we have a little protection. X. Don't ever pass up the opportunity to upgrade your tools. So as we're running around, I'm looking for flint. Granite's not one of the best stones for making tools out of, but it'll serve it up. Looking for flint as we're running around. Obsidian is one of the best early tools or early stones that you can use for making tools. Opportunity. But we don't have the assets available. Where we're at, probably not going to see any obsidian. Okay, let's see. I'm going to hit C to bring up the character menu. We're going to see what time it is. It is 2:46. Really like to have some food. A food resource going on. Just not seeing anything that's going to help us out. This way. Bunch more reeds. So we may have to just go. Reeds. Flint. Cool. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do here for a few minutes. Gather up some more reeds. And that we're going to have to find this little hidey hole. I am going to go ahead, since we're just not finding a lot of food. And harvest these reeds and down to the roots. We won't cook them all. This is a great way. One of the things that I learned a long time ago is build a reed farm. What was the thing I told you in the beginning? You can't have enough reeds. So definitely we're going to have a reed farm going. And more berry bushes over here. There's some cones. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a little hidey hole real quick. Yep, nothing there. It seems like there's a lot of reeds in this area. That's good. There's some berry bushes. That's good. Looks like certain death hiding in the trees all around us. That's not good, but there's some clay over there. Yeah, I think for now we're just going to set up a little shelter just right here in this area. So I'm going to make 2 more tools. I'm going to make a shovel. I'm going to go ahead and make this out of granite for now. And I'm going to make a set of knife blades. Last thing I'm going to make here is a spear blade. I do want to have a little protection. We start getting closer to the night, and it is late, I can tell. This. Make our shovel, knife blades, and we are going to case. You're here. First hand. There. There. These are seeds for saplings. We're going to probably won't ever see them harvested, but you never know. And I have a hole right here, which okay. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to quickly come through here, gather up some dirt. Can't harvest any stone yet. So the first place we're going to build is just going to be a little mud brick, or not mud brick. Just something to give it protection. Out here. And like flint. Temple grip. A lot of area. Let's go back over on this side. Keep it close to the water here. And I am thinking right here for now. So the monsters in this game can climb and not climb. Just like in normal game dynamic. Well, it can only go up so high. So in this instance, what we're going to do is we're going to take and create a little barrier area. Prevent them from climbing up on it. So as you can see here, if I come in and I drop in that, on this side it's too high. That's what we're going to do. And okay, so I'm thinking probably do an episode per calendar day in this game. It's probably what I'm looking at. So as it gets to be sunset here, just a few minutes, I'm going to get us to a point where I have fire going. Luck. We'll have that set up, and then we'll just kind of call it there, and then I'll come back. And usually between episodes, I'll do a little bit of updating different things that I need to do. I'll keep track of. So here we go. I'm going to do that now and build fire here for windbreak. Once we get some better resources, it's up a little. There we go. That'll work. Okay, let's get that wood that we don't have a whole lot of it, but that's okay. We're gonna take that in there. Okay, and we're gonna need. Yeah, I got enough sticks. Okay, so let's build our first fire. So we're gonna put a piece of grass right there. We don't have anything to start a fire with this moment, so we're gonna rub 2 sticks together. We're gonna need some kindling. Put down. We're gonna hold the shift key down. We're gonna right click, and that's gonna build a fire pit. Now we're gonna need to put some wood in that fire pit, and you can do that by opening it up or just right click. And you do 4. That'll be enough, and then take and we're hold the shift and the right click, and whoosh, we got a fire. First thing I want to do on the fire is want some torches. We're going to throw 4 sticks in there. We're going to make some torches. And while those torches are cooking, I'm going to take this flour and drop it right there. Here is our first torch. Put that in our offhand. Oh, looky. Aha. We can see stuff now. Okay. And let a couple more of those cook. I'll do the rest. The other thing I want to know for sure is up in. Test that. And drop some cattails in there. I said I wasn't going to cook them all, but we're going to just here. I want to eat. So I want to show you something interesting here. This is your nutrition bar. You can see right now I've eaten nothing, and I have health points of 30. So as I start to eat and hold the right mouse button, you'll see a little green that forms there, and you saw my health point went up. So as you eat food and as your diet grows, you'll begin to increase your health point. So I'm going to take cattail. I'm going to throw in some more wood there. And so if I now take these cattails that I just cooked, and I open up the character menu again, I can see that now I'm showing fruit, 192 out of 1,500 on the fruit. I'm at 30.3. Now I'm going to eat the cattails. And that vegetable went up just a little bit, but it made my health points rise. So this is actually increasing your health bar, which is that red bar at the lower end next to that gear. So very important to kind of keep track of your health, keep track of your nutrition, mix up your diet, everything that Surgeon General has told us ever since we were young. Go ahead and mix up your diet. So you're going to see that we're going to have the opportunity to grow grain and protein, of course, and some dairy too. Opportunity of milk some of the animals. That is about it. See, it's getting dark. Beautiful sky tonight. Looks like we've got a cloud bank rolling in, so hopefully it doesn't rain on us. Just to protect my fire, I am going to put just a couple little protect my fire. I don't want it to go out. Oop. And overnight, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through and organize my inventory a little bit more. Probably will see if I can make more storage areas like did it already. And then I'm probably going to make some more tools. I don't have any more. That's not good. So yeah, that's it. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for watching episode 1. If you like this, if you liked what you've seen, please subscribe. Click the notification button. We're going to try to do 4 episodes per week. If you are interested in the Vintage Stories game, please go to their website, Vintage Story, and you can buy the game from there. Absolutely fantastic group of people. Love the developing team. They're always available to talk with you, to help you out and stuff. And it's a very, very friendly community. I have had nothing but great experience. I hope you come and join us. Join us on this journey. I will see you in the next episode. Take care.